Hey guys, Peter here from the Hidden Online Living YouTube channel, and here in this video I'm going to show you how you can set up a quick automated campaign within aweber, and I'm also going to show you how you can set up a broadcast so that you can send out to your list once you've got the automation set up. So keep watching till the end of the video and I'm going to show you the entire process step by step. So before we actually get started, if you are finding content like this here to be helpful and useful, be sure to drop a like on the video, also subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon to be updated whenever I release future content, and also feel free to share the video. Also, if you're looking to get started in your own online journey and you want to figure out the steps in which to do so, be sure to check out the link below in the description to find out more. So if you have watched any of the previous videos in the series of using aweber to set up your automations and campaigns, I'll leave a link to a playlist down in the description with links to loads of videos that will actually show you some of the other features and how to use them within the platform itself. So be sure to check that out. So essentially what we're going to be doing here is I'm quickly just going to show you how you can set up a simple campaign, like a welcome sequence, that will actually be used so that when you start building up your email list, that when someone signs up through a landing page, that you will actually be able to send an automated email or a sequence of emails out to those new subscribers so that you can start to build a little bit of trust and pretty much let them know who you are, because by doing that, then once you've built up their trust, then you will be able to eventually then send out broadcasts over a period of time if you have products to promote or services that you're looking to promote, or even if you're just trying to promote your content like blog articles or YouTube videos and so forth. So this here process will help you get started. So once you've obviously signed up to an account and you want to set up a campaign, you want to come over here on the dashboard. Again, I've shown all this here in some of my previous videos. You come over to messages and we're going to go to campaigns. So one of the first things that you're going to want to do when you've actually got set up on the platform is you're going to actually want to set up a list so that you can actually place all the email addresses that you actually have once they sign up through your landing pages. So what you want to do is you want to come up here to where it says manage lists, and what you want to do is you want to actually create a list. So you'll see a big button here, so you just click on that and we'll get started. So once the page is loaded, what you want to actually do is you want to put in a name for your company or the name for the list that you're going to be setting up. So I'm just going to go through the process real quick. So I'm just going to type in the name of, say, a YouTube channel. So this case here, because I don't have a website for this here, so I'm literally just going to paste in just the name of the YouTube channel that I actually have. So what you're going to do is you're going to add in a new email. And what you'll want to do is you'll need to send a verification. Now I'm only using this as an example. Ideally when you're signing up, you want to avoid addresses like Gmail or Hotmail, as they can cause delivery problems. The only downside is with that is when you're starting off with a limited budget, you're not going to really have access to be able to actually opt into paid platforms to be able to get paid emails, to be able to customize them. That in itself is a whole different thing. Like you could set up what's called a G Suite account, but that can be very, very fiddly. If you're a beginner, you need to be able to implement loads of lines of code. You have to embed code on your websites, and there's just it can be extremely fiddly, and it's not beginner friendly at all. So when you're starting out, ideally all you're going to really have is like a Gmail account or a standard account. So you're just going to have to just work with that until you can figure out how to opt in or scale things up over time. But for this example, I'm just going to set it up just with this here, just to show you the process. So you're just going to send the verification, and what that's going to do then is going to send it to that email address. You're going to have to actually verify that email address, which I'll do now in a second. So once you've actually clicked on the verification link within the email that's sent to that email that you're using to sign up with the new list, you will get this notification to say that it is now verified. So then we can actually go back to our list setup and we can continue on with the next step. So just what you'll need to do is you'll need to just refresh the page, and then that email that you've set up will actually be added to the sender email list. So you just click it and select it from the drop down menu, and once you're ready to go, you just click the next step. So you just want to give your list a name, and you just want to give a brief description of what the list is about. So this here will be your confirmation email setup that you'll actually get as the default for aweber once you've actually set this up. So again, you pretty much can leave everything here if you want. You can change certain elements out if you want to, but for the moment I'm just going to leave it at that there, just to show you this here. You can come in and edit the message, and you can change some of the text and remove some of the other features if you want. So we're just going to approve message and just create a list. Right, so now once we have that actually set up, we're just going to quickly set up an automated campaign. So you want to come over to the drop down, just above the drop down list at the top, and you want to come to messages, and we're going to go to campaigns. So once that page opens up, there will be nothing here for the moment because we don't have any campaign set up. So what you want to do is click on create a campaign. So here we can actually set up a blank campaign, we can import a campaign, you can set up a lead magnet, mini course blogger series, you can even set up a welcome series if you want to. So we can create whichever one you see fit. So for this instance here, just to quickly speed up the process, we're just going to click on welcome series. So we're just going to adjust the name of it and just leave it as it is, and we're just going to click create. So what that's actually going to do is it's actually going to auto populate inside of aweber itself. Now if you were to actually select a blank campaign, it would still go through the same process, but what would actually happen is you wouldn't have all these elements here. So what would actually happen is you would be prompted, if you were setting a blank campaign, literally to set up either using a tag or using a new subscriber trigger. So in this case here, it's for the new subscriber, so you can replace the trigger if you want, so you can set it to tag applied, and I have mentioned that in the previous videos, but again I'll be going through it now in a few moments. So this here, because it's a welcome series, it's going to be for new subscribers. So as soon as someone opts into your list through your landing page, the second they actually sign up, it's actually going to prompt the email, the autoresponder, once you have this set up, to start sending out that sequence of emails. But what it'll do is it'll send out one email, but then it'll set up a process as it shows here. So you send out one email, then it waits for about a day, then it will send a second email, then it waits for another day, and will send a third email. So how you could actually go about the process if you were just starting off with a blank campaign is you would actually just, these elements here on the side, you would just literally click and you would drag them in and place them here, and then you can place them then in order, and you would just do the same again with the wait function as well. And then what you want to do then at the bottom is then you would add a tag at the very bottom of that list. So what you would do is you would set up a tag literally to let the autoresponder know that this is the end of the sequence. But not only that, if you set up another campaign in the future and you want to link this one here, especially if you want to continue on that, you would start that new campaign with the trigger as I mentioned here, and you would use the tag applied. But what you would do is you would use this tag, you would actually add this in, and at the top of that new campaign you would add in this tag here with this exact name as it's spelled here. That way then aweber will know to just continue on from this campaign here, but even though it's on a new campaign, it'll still just continue on the process. So it is very simple in how it actually works. What you can also do is as well, you can resend other emails. So you could literally copy one of these emails, you could click on it, and then you could actually copy, and you can make a copy of it and you could drag it down further up beneath this wait function. If you wanted to send an email out, say twice in the one day, for if the first email isn't opened, and you could set a wait time. So when you can click on this here, you can adjust the time settings on this here, so you can set it to minutes, hours, days. So you can set it pretty much as you wish, but for the purpose of this here, we're just going to keep it as simple as possible, just to show you how easy it is to get set up. So once you've decided to say add the messages in, you're just going to click on the message. Again, you can add some of the extra features here, but what you want to do is where it says selected message, you want to click on it, and it's going to open up the message window itself so that you can edit it. So the handy thing about actually setting up your campaign using the actual custom made welcome series sequence is that when you actually do open up this editing window, aweber does auto-populate a lot of the content and information, so you don't have to worry about trying to figure out how to structure your email. You can literally just take what you have here. Now you can walk away with this here if you want, but ideally you could still want to come in and tweak a few things. You'll want to replace some of these pieces of information here and put in maybe custom links or add different phrases or wording and so forth, and that way then you can customize the whole email itself to your own liking. So what I'll do even here is I can add in a logo, so I should have my own logo here that I can use. So I'm just going to I'll just use my own logo just for this here. So that's already in, but you can upload your own. So if you want to make it smaller, you can just click on this wee arrow and you can actually just drag it and make it smaller. Again, you can delete this here if you so wish. So if you do make a mistake, you can always undo, and that will redo the last portion. So this here, even though it shows here that you would actually have to just leave this here, as this is actually like a content break, so it gives you a bit of space from the logo here to your actual content as well. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. But again, if you want to add in any other features like videos, you could add them in, and where the line drops at the very bottom, you could just add in your video. So you can even add in here, you can add in an image URL if you have like another image. So I could just add in an image of myself here, and you can just add that in. You can add in your name, you can add in your title, position. Even what you can do is you can highlight, even where it shows the blue text here, so I'll just highlight this here, and you come up here and there'll be a link icon inside of this editing window that pops up where you can adjust all like the font sizes, line height, even the fonts themselves and the position. So you want to come to this here link icon, and what I'll do is I'll just paste in just link to this channel. I'm going to click OK, and what you can do then is you can preview and test. So again, because of this here is only a sample, it's just to give you an idea of how you would lay it out. Again, you will structure out your own email yourself. You'll add, say, hi, whatever your name is, or whatever the person's name is that you're sending it to, and you will literally just add in your own name, and then you will populate whatever information that you have or that you want to try and put across to your followers or the new subscribers. So again, when you have a link here, you will literally just click on the link, and it will take you directly to the page that you have actually linked to, that you want to drive your traffic or your followers to. So you'll be good to go with that. So whenever you're finished and you're happy enough with the actual email itself, you can literally you can tweak a few other things if you so wish. You can just go back to the editor and you can change the content, the column alignments, set up padding. As it is here, it's actually ideal, because ideally when you're setting up an email, you want to have everything nice and neat and tidy and keep it as simple as possible. You don't want to write big, long emails, because that can get very overwhelming for your followers. If they look into it and see a big, gigantic amount of text, they're more than likely not going to click on anything that you have, because they don't want to. Because most people don't want to read it; they just want to quickly see what you have to offer. So if you can get your point across very quickly, there's a chance that they will convert a lot easier. So again, just keep your emails very simple. Make sure you have good wording, line spacing, especially. Always break up paragraphs with a space in between. It just tidies everything up and just makes everything look more professional, and it's more readable for the viewers. So if you're happy enough and you've added in whatever features and so forth that you want, you can literally just walk away and then just click on save and then save and exit. So once you actually have that first email done and you're happy enough with it, you want to continue to actually repeat the similar processes in your other emails that you have within your sequence, again, to just ensure that you always put, like, say, a wait element in between each email, because you don't want to bombard your followers straight away with tons of emails, because they will probably unsubscribe as soon as quickly as they've actually have subscribed. So you don't want to do that. You want to gradually build up trust with people. So the best way to do that is to literally time your emails. So with Aweber, it does make it very simple for you to do that. Now, it is very basic in terms of the structure and the workflow, but for an absolute beginner coming into email marketing, this here is a really good platform, because it is simplified to its basic core. So again, like it showed, you just drag in the elements that you need. Make sure that you set a time frame to when you want to send the next email. You can even set it to 2 days, you can set it to 3 days, you can send it to however long that you like. And then when you want to go into your second email, then you can actually go through the process that you've done, like I mentioned in the first email, and just add whatever other content you have. If you have more links to other websites, or say if you have a explainer video, like if you have a YouTube channel, if you want to do an introductory video where you can actually get talking to people and explain to them, even put yourself in camera and show them exactly who you are, so that they know exactly what they're getting into, just to build up that extra level of trust. And again, just do the same process again, wait a day, and then say set up a final email, and you can use the final email as maybe a link to maybe subscribe to your channel, or if you do have a product to promote, that you can give them a bit of a teaser towards it to let them know that you're going to be sending them something else in the near future, of something that may be worthwhile, that they could be looking for, that might actually help them. So when you're done with that process, then you can literally add your tag, and then that there will be set up then for whenever you want to continue on with a separate automation. It's just, it'll tidy everything up, and that way then you can just continue on with that process. So if you're doing more sales automations where you're trying to warm people up towards a product you want to promote, that's where you would actually set up another automation separate to your welcome email list. So when you're done with everything, you just click on save and exit. So that's your welcome series now set up. Now at the moment it's in draft, but when you're ready to share it out, you can just activate campaign. But like I mentioned, if you want to set up a similar type of process, you can actually copy this sequence and you can go in and change it up, and you can actually change different things out. Or you can create another campaign and go through a similar process, and like I said, make sure to add the tag in on, say, tag applied, and then you can literally go through a whole different sequence. Like if you're wanting to promote something, then you can get people warmed up through that. And always make sure as well that when you are setting up your emails that you give them proper titles as well, because like as you can see here, people want to be able to see what they're actually going to be clicking into as well, so you need to give people that incentive to click. So whenever you have everything finished up and you're happy enough with the entire process and you're 100% confident that everything's actually working, then you can set about activating your campaign. Also, what you want to make sure to do, if you haven't got a landing page set up, you want to make sure before you do any of this, now you can actually set this up first off, but leave it in draft mode for the moment. Go and set your landing page up and then get everything synced up, and then you can link it then to your autoresponder. Now the cool thing with aweber is they have all these features here within the platform, so you can literally come into, they have a built-in landing page builder which will help you to integrate all that for you. But if you don't and you're using an external platform, which I currently use, Thrive Architect, you would actually have to link your autoresponder to whatever landing pages you have set up. Again, I'll check out the playlist below because I have links to videos in there, and one of them I do actually have showing you how to link your autoresponder to a landing page with Thrive Architect anyway. So that'll show you that process. That's if you're wanting to go down that route. But if not, the landing pages, even as I mentioned in the previous video, the landing pages that are already integrated within aweber are already good enough to actually help you get started and just get the ball rolling until you're ready to actually scale things up. You can look into getting a more professional page builder at some other point whenever you start to gain more leads and you're starting to gain more sales and your business is starting to gain more traction. But what I'll be actually doing is I'm going to do another video next, and I'm going to show you actually how to build one of these landing pages inside of aweber itself, so keep an eye out for that one. So we're quickly just going to move on, and just to finish off the video, we're actually going to just show you quickly just how to set up broadcasts. So when you're actually here, you just click on the messages and we go to broadcasts, and what that's going to do is it's going to open up this window here, and you're going to be prompted with a few different options. So you have drag and drop email builder, which is similar to what we've just done with the automations. It's essentially the same kind of concept. You can set up a plain text message, or you can use HTML if you wanted to do that, if you had a background in coding, but you don't have to worry about these here, so we'll just keep it simple. So you're just going to click on the drag and drop email builder. So essentially what it's going to do is it's going to actually bring you into the email editor again for this here. So you're going to set up, give yourself a title, and again you're just going to add in whatever elements that you need into the area. So again, you're just going to, if you want to populate it, again you can use some of the templates that aweber actually has if you want to use that as well. So again, if you want to, they can populate some of the templates. So as you can see here, aweber does actually have a lot of templates that you can actually use to get started. So we're just going to click on one here, so just click on this one here and just click apply. So what it's going to do is it's going to set up the positioning of this template here, even though I've already got some elements already in it, but everything is aligned properly, so when people come in to see it, everything's going to be down the center. Ideally this is the way you'd want it because it's easier on the eye, and it looks more presentable and it's a lot tidier. So again, you actually have the image here, so you can still edit it and tweak it how you wish. So also, if you want to populate it with other content, you can add in text. So I've already just got text here that I actually have, so just want to change that out. And if you want, you can change the text size. Ideally you want to have your text at least a minimum of 16 point on your font. It's much easier to read. So when you're happy enough with that, again you can add in whatever other features that you want. If you want to add in, say, a video, or you want to add in whatever other features, especially if you're wanting to do, if you're promoting, like, say, a YouTube video. So if you wanted to come in and say just add in a video real quick, and what I'll do is I'll just take a sequence from one of these videos. So you just copy a link address, and what you want to do is to come back into your message, click on the box that's just come up, and you're going to go up to video URL and you're just going to paste the link in there. And what that's going to do now is that's actually going to play it and set it up there now, so we can preview and test that. So as you can see, it has all the content here. Now all this content here is just a sample text that I've just gotten together just to show you this here. So here, when you click on it, it's actually going to take you to that video on YouTube so that you can actually view it for yourself. So there you go. Now that you know that link actually works, it takes you directly to that video as I mentioned, and you're pretty much good to go. So then when you're ready, you can pretty much set everything up, and then when you're ready to go, when you're happy enough with that, we can just click on save and exit. So when you're happy enough with that, you have the options here, the send options, so you can schedule the broadcast to go out at a specific date or time, or you can add it to a follow-up series. So when you're ready to go, just click on that there and set up the date and time they want it to go out, and then it'll be ready to go, so that you can literally set it for 2 days. Like say if you have a product launch that you're trying to promote a product, or you're an affiliate for a product, or you even are creating your own online course and you have the launch date coming up, you can literally set this here broadcast up to schedule out all those sequence of emails for a couple of days beforehand. So you can literally have one email for one day, another day, and another day, and then on the launch day you can send another email saying the product is now live. So you can actually do that there and set it up now, and you can walk away from it and leave it, because it's actually going to set it up and walk away for itself. So that there is actually a really good feature. It means you can set it up once, do all the integrations and add in all the elements and so forth, and then you can literally set it and walk away, and then you just come back from time to time to make sure that everything is actually still working. You don't have to worry about trying to manually go in and manually send every email. So it is a good feature to have. So when you're ready to go with that there you pretty much set up now, so you can literally just walk away, and then you can go through the process of adding in more broadcasts, you can set up more automations, and you can tweak around with more tools, you can set up more lists. So you can pretty much walk away and just get more involved with the platform. So this here video was really just to kind of just show you an outline of what actually can be done with the platform and how you would go through the process of actually setting it up. So if you do think that aweber would be a good fit for you, make sure to check the link below in the description and you can sign up for a free account. And it is a good entry point into getting involved with just email marketing in general. And aweber is also one of the best platforms for beginners, but it's also very beginner friendly for affiliate marketers as well. So you don't have to worry about getting your accounts shut down as you would with other email providers likes of MailChimp. I am going to be doing a comparison video between the two of that at some point in the future as well, so keep an eye out for that also. So that's it now for this video, and I really do hope it's given you some insight as to what you should be aware of when you're looking to set up automations on aweber and even broadcast, just so you have an idea of how to piece together your sequences and how to plan everything out, so that you can really just set it up once and then pretty much let it work for itself. And again, like I said, just keep coming back and just making sure you keep tweaking things and just adjusting things as and when you see fit. So if you have found this content to be helpful, make sure to leave a like on the video, also subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon to be updated whenever I release future content, and also feel free to share the video. Also, if you are looking for an honest and genuine way to get started on your own online journey and you want to figure out the steps in which to do so, make sure to check out the link below in the description to find out more. And as always, I will see you in the next one.